our GIMP on. This is not just a mission.
You are going on a quest, a journey into the depths of Valhalla with no easy way out.
Interesting.
That was just in case you, the audience, wanted to know.
We're more likely now to go on a quest, kill the bad guy, get the girl,
You called me?
save the world, huzzah, everyone wins today, la-di-da-da.
Better to just let me handle the fighting. I wouldn't want any of you common soldiers getting hurt.
It could be the opportunity to become the hero you always wanted to be. It won't, but it could.
Ouch.
It will be the end of Yendar's famous airborne leap.
Kill pick! No!
When the going gets tough, the Dan gets going. I am nothing if not man incarnate. Because you can't spell Dan without man.
We are still stuck out here in the middle of nowhere.
My plan is complete. This power is all mine.
Oh man. Run away, coward! Where are you so I can kill you myself?
You lose. Valhalla is mine.
Mind shackle.
So, Kelda, this is how your quest ends. Everyone that you've been protecting, captured or dead.
I can offer you something you want.
And what would that be?
Power.
To the death, then. Now this is a fight.
You are the only one who can save Valhalla.
We have an agreement then.
Yes, Korok. We agree.
And I have a plan. We're all gonna die.
What's wrong with this guy?
Welcome to ToV Live. It is Valhalla time, and yes, we've got a bag. We got mail. So let's take a look at it. And yes, been to GenCon as well, with vehicles riding right by me in this office slash living room slash house. Hello everybody, hello you too as well. Welcome to the ToV live stream tonight. I'm Ryan, aka Tales of Valhalla. It is guys, it's been like a week and a half, hasn't it? It's been in Gen Con and back home, and I got myself a bag full of goodies like you saw in the picture here. Here it is. So first thing I'll show is the actual bag. An actual bag full of mail right there. Got at Gen Con. Really nice Heroscape bag. And the only reason why I'm showing this box from, I think this is wave 3, I think this came from wave 3. But that has Halushia, and that's also got Sonlin. And I had RogueScaper paint those, and so I got those in Gen Con. Actually played Halushia during the championship, and it was a Mal and Hal army. It was Maladrix and Halushia type army that I played during the championship. It got me through the entry heat, at least. Major Midnight, hello, Major Midnight. I think it's you who are making the unique heroes of Toothpick, Gimp, Lieutenant Dan, which I was reading a little bit today, and eventually I think Henderson will be the last one. But thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate it, and I really want to review and play those sometime in the future and get cards for them too, whenever I can. So Major Midnight first in the chat. Good evening. And Dragolich says hello. Shame I didn't run into you at Gen Con, but I hope you had fun. Drago, were you? Did you say, were you at Gen Con or did you miss Gen Con? I'm sorry that I didn't run into you either. I met a lot of people during Gen Con, and we will be discussing this Sunday our experience at Gen Con. Hopefully I can get some people on the podcast this Sunday night, and we'll have a segment where we're talking about Gen Con, giving an overview of it, as well as looking at some squads and heroes this Sunday too for the ToV podcast. So that'll be this Sunday, and I might talk a little bit about my Gen Con experience tonight, but I'll probably leave most of that for the podcast on Sunday and subsequent backstages. And Major Midnight says, I'm so surprised no one did it for me. I'm glad you like them. Let me know if you have any suggestions. I will. I guess what I need to do majorly is just start playing with like using the cards, seeing how they fare like with other squads, and yeah. But I just love just the I won't say aesthetic, but just that it's playable. They're playable heroes. That's just so cool. It gives them their own identity. Drago says, I was there. I got 45th because my opponents dropped. Okay, so I must have seen you. I apologize. You got 45th, so 45th in the semifinals, because I know I was 50th, so you did it a little bit better than me in the semifinals if you did it. So yeah, I apologize, but I know it was semifinals was pretty darn intense. It was pretty darn intense. I'm sure I saw you though when I was there. I mean, but there were a lot of people. I mean, 85 people in the semifinals. 85. I think it was 85 plus. And I was kind of having an off. Hello, Milliman Studios, and we'll get. Well, I guess we'll get to the mailbag in a second because me and Drago Lich here are having a conversation. When it came to the semifinals, those first 3 rounds, I lost those first 3 rounds, and 2 of them were against Board Hero, which I faced him 3 times now. But that third one, that was a really close one. The entry heat, not so much. He creamed me in the entry heat, but the semifinals, I made sure to strike at his Iron Lich hard and fast, and it was like I couldn't kill his what's the dog? You know what I'm talking about, the Grave Grim. I couldn't kill off his Grave Grim, and his Grave Grim was able to kill off my Halucia, and he ended up taking that. And then I also, but still, I mean, great opponent. You know, it doesn't matter who won or lost. When I have it any other way with them. And then I also faced against Andrew, aka Master Roshi, which I've unboxed or have gotten mailbags of the miniatures, the alt sculpts that he sent me. And that was another close game that I could have won, and I didn't. So it was those like first 2 semifinal games that was, you know, got 2 losses, and the third one was against a lady and a army of, I remember the bears. I know, just slaughtered me with bears, and that was an absolute slaughter. I had the dice were not on my side in that third one, so I had the mental breakdown after the third round where I'm like, I am 0 wins, 3 losses, and then I'm just like, F it. I'm still going to complete all 6 rounds. Even if I lose all 6 rounds, at least, you know, my name will be there on the Battle Network, and I'll have to face up to whatever wins I losses I got. But guess what? Those last 3 rounds, I got 3 wins. So I ended up 3-3 in those semifinals. Didn't make it to the finals, but I can call myself a semifinalist with here's first mailbag thing. Because I can't really see it very well here, but yeah, okay. Wait a second. I know that's kind of showing things too shiny here. Okay. That's kind of taking me out here. Put that light up a little bit more. Maybe it'll show. Yeah, that's better. So Heroscape Championship. Wait, oh, I have it upside down myself. Heroscape 2025 World Championship pin. So got that, and I also have other championship swag I can show. But then I got this off the Renegade booth too. So showing these, it's a golden Heroscape. Dragolich says, I won my first 2, then lost 3, and won my final. It was a lot of mirror matches, Queen Mal and Revenant Acolytes. You know, I didn't realize the value of those Revenant Acolytes. Even one squad can really mess you up. My brother and I went 1-5, unfortunately. Well, you know, I guess what I took from it is that, hey, we got as far as the semifinals. For me, that's amazing, because I really call myself competitively, I'm a novice competitively, just be perfectly honest. And just to be able to stand against some of these players that are really, really good, and still get to 3 wins, 3 losses. For me, that's pretty darn good in my book. So yeah, I mean, still pat ourselves on the back because only one can make it to the tippity top, and unfortunately it wasn't us this time. But you know, at the same time, I think the person who ended up winning the championship overall wasn't one that was expected to win either. So you know, kudos to them for making it. But anyway, we have a lot more to show. I know we're probably going to discuss this more on Sunday for sure, but my hat's off to you, Dragolich. Even though we did not face off, we need to do it sometime in the future. If you're ever in like a ScapeCon or a GenCon in the future, please stop me. Take me by the shirt and be like, "You're on my streams, please talk to me." I know I had a couple of those over GenCon where someone just said, Tales of Hell. I'm like, present, you know. So I really don't mind. Although I know there's the caveat too that I'm a very antisocial person. I'm not saying that I don't want you to come up and talk to me, please do. I just I'm a very introverted person. Yet I still stream and talk to you online. I know it's a crazy thing. Anyway, so I suppose, okay, GenCon swag. Let's show more GenCon swag. So for the championship, got this shirt. Here, we'll move this box in a second, and we'll show those RogueScaper paints in a second. So there's the shirt, and yes, hello Meloman Studios. I don't know if I said hi, but hi. And there is now I know there's a scenario that was supposed to play on that Friday, but I was in the semifinals, so kind of had to skip the scenario play. So I read a little bit of the scenario, but I'm going to wait till Renegade releases it this month. Then we'll read it and talk about it, because I know there's some things with Utgard, with Raylan, with Lovey Attack, which you see Lovey Attack here, you see Utgard here. There's a battle that unfolds, but we will talk about that lore when Renegade releases that scenario. I think it'll probably be next week that they release it, but there is that nice t-shirt image, very nice t-shirt, like a lot. So we'll just keep it there. We'll just keep it there. And then what else? What other t-shirt I have? Well, there's this other t-shirt, and there's a gentleman I met from Wargame Trader, and he had a medium shirt, so I took it. And wargametrader.com, that's kind of like an eBay for like Heroscape miniatures and other miniature war games. That's like, it's in the process of being set up, so if you want to check it out, you can. But I met Brian, who is in charge of Wargame Trader at GenCon. Pretty nice guy. I know he's got a lot to build for this website, but he is trying to set it up, so so just wanted to show that. So that is another shirt. Here, I'll just put it over here. And let's see, Dragolich said, we are 2. I have about 6 months of experience, while my brother has 3. If I can save up the money, vacation time, I'll definitely head to ScapeCon. Don't know if I'll do GenCon again. It's expensive. Well, so is ScapeCon. ScapeCon is not cheap, but it is worth it. Mega Bubfish. There he is. Howdy ToV. I wish I could have justified the expense to go to GenCon. I'm saving that part of my budget for all the new Heroscape. Understand. And for me personally, if it wasn't for some of the generous support of people within the ToV community, I would not have been able to make it to GenCon. So I'll just put it that way. So a lot of you people out there are very generous, and I thank you so much for that. So with that, first I'm gonna get into some of the unboxing here of because I got multiple stuff. Like I have some of the paints that RogueScaper has painted to me the last few months, and some of it came from this box, so that's why I was showing this box a second. And because I wanted some RogueScaper paints for these, you know, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna show these, and then I also have some from Dyspare Prints, some VC stuff that I'm getting, so we're going to see that, as well as some Renegade, some more Renegade swag from GenCon. So wait, let me get the pins here. Championship pins. Also, I have a couple of things of dice too. Okay, here is the Sonlin that RogueScaper painted. It's very nice. It's very nice. Excuse me. And I know RogueScaper likes to put like sometimes to base the minis, but I like the, I mean, for animating purposes, if I were going to use this for animation, I'd rather the base just be brown, as close as possible, just because I don't want to deal with anything that might like fall apart or anything like that while animating. Want to keep the mini consistent, but yeah, that's a solid paint job by RogueScaper. Always does a good job with that. So, and then here is the Halushia that I played during GenCon that RogueScaper also painted. It's just lovely job. So RogueScaper does, I don't know how he dots the eyes. Look, I mean, look at those eyes. You see two pointy dots. Those are just fantastic. So at least the Lucia look good. And then he painted a now I had a Lovey Attack that I used for the animating for the Renegade short early this year. But that was a Lovey Attack that was RogueScaper's that he painted. So I sent my Lovey Attack that was like a premium painted Renegade thing. And I said, RogueScaper, just paint over it and give me a Lovey Attack that's nearly exactly like the one that you gave me to use during the winter time. So we did. And so now I have a Lovey Attack to use if I'm ever going to need to animate it in the future. Hi, Justin. How are you doing? I didn't go to GenCon this year, but love seeing the 2026 teasers on Facebook and Renegade Discord. Yeah, there's we'll probably talk about like that stuff on Wednesday as well. And if you notice that I didn't take much like selfie pictures. Actually, I didn't take hardly any selfie pictures of GenCon. I hardly took any pictures, period, because it was just all overwhelming. I didn't do like a quarter of what I wanted to do during GenCon, unfortunately. But then here's another one. RogueScaper painted mini. He just basically repainted my Sergeant Drake, so it looks a lot better. Like the skin tone's a lot better. That cloud of smoke's a lot better. So happy about that. Happy about that. And then there was a VC thing that RogueScaper gave me. Also gave me this card for it. Hold on. I gotta pull them out here though, and these are really nice. I gotta pull them out one by one. So I bought a bunch of these miniature molds of these pirates that Renegade has been had on sale because they would make good proxies for the Buccaneers of Tortuga VC line, and RogueScaper painted this bunch. Now I still have like some of these that I have primed, and I plan to paint myself, but I just wanted RogueScaper to paint some of them. So he did, and he painted them very well. I'll show a few. And Seer just says, I'm very excited for the future of this game. Yeah, well, I'll say one thing. My favorite mini out of the new stuff in the display case, can you guess? It was Sylvaris 2.0. And then I think my close second was just the Scoredire, and then my third was the frickin' Kraken Tentacles. Yeah, I think those would be my top three favorites. And then, close seconds like Dune and Car and just all the others, and also the shipwreck ship. I mean, we've been saying for like probably a good year we need a ship like Terrain, and they are delivering with that. So it's incredible stuff. All right, So here is, yes, here's some pirates. Look, I'm gonna have to take pictures of these guys and probably show them on the ToV Discord. But like I said, RogueScaper is awesome. And poor guy, I mean, he was telling me he's painted so much stuff this year that he needs a little bit of a break. So he's probably taking a break from a lot of painting. I mean, you can only do so much, but hopefully he'll be able to recoup and then start doing a little bit more again. But I mean, these are just excellent paints. Excellent paints. Wow, that's like a blue. He does. I mean, the amount of money I paid him to do these, he did way more of a good job than he should have. But RogueScaper is just a nice servant. So, well, if I got VC Pirate Squads, I definitely got VC Pirate Squads here. Yep. So it's 3 squads worth of Buccaneers of Tortuga right here. So, and he gave me a card too. He printed out this card as well. So bless that dude. Bless that dude so much. All right. Now, of course, I have my badge, which right there, you know, GenCon 4-day pass. Even though I didn't go on Sunday, I went home. I was just too tired. I'm like, I gotta get home to my family. So I did. Okay, what else can we see here? Oh, okay. There's something else. So for getting into the semifinals, got some golden dice. Very nice. And I know some people like are painting like the Revenant dice, like the skulls red and the shields blue, but I think I'm keeping these gold dice just gold dice. They look pretty sweet, just them gold themselves. So that was one thing. Gotten in the semifinals, and then not done yet. Okay, where is it? Well, I got out this dice too. Hold on. I'm looking for something, and I can't find it. Oh, there it is. Okay. So here's another thing. Here, I got them. Jealous of the dice, Justin? Are you jealous of the dice? Yeah, well, I'm looking at it because, like I said, like just the entry heat on Thursday to get into the semifinals, I didn't expect to go through. I didn't expect to make it because I didn't get the 2-day buy because I don't frequent game stores to even play for it. So I was very fortunate to get to the semifinals, and because I did, then I got that. But another thing I got in the semifinals as well was this Raylan the Curie Warrior. How would I put it? It says Heroscape, 2025 Heroscape World Championship card. So it's a special Raylan the Curie Warrior card, and also with that, and there's a story that comes with this too. Here, hold on a second. I gotta get the right name here. Okay, so for GenCon they had one of the Renegade Game Studios artists who works on the drawing of the characters within Heroscape, and one of the artists' name is Eugen Maffoli, I believe. And he subscribed to my channel too because I showed him some animations when I was talking to him. But I had him sign this card, so there's a signature right there. And I apologize if I butchered his name, but yes, Eugen. I had a pleasant conversation with him during GenCon, and the interesting thing was I even showed him. Because I do this interview type thing to where I ask people, because I went to school for broadcasting or journalism, so I know how to interview somebody. Right? You wouldn't think like during some of my podcasts, but I do. So I I asked him, so I'm like, tell me about yourself. How did you get started, you know, getting into, you know, making drawing as a career? And so he just gave me like bits of examples. Like he mentioned that when he was like 5, 6 years old, he just started drawing, and he never really stopped. He went to an art school in Italy, and just, you know, went from there. You know, started drawing for different businesses, and eventually ended up at Renegade. So very, very cool. But when he mentioned that he started drawing at that age, I was thinking of my son. So I showed him some drawings that my son has done on whiteboards, and my son, I consider him actually doing very good. He draws whales and sharks. He draws in depth of field. I can't do that. And he just, my son draws like marine life very, very well. Anything else not so good, but he draws very well. So I'm just like, would you like just to evaluate my son's drawing for his age? He's like, oh yeah, sure, no problem. And his expression when he saw the examples that I was giving him was just like, you know, just he's like, you always, he basically told me, encourage your son to keep on drawing because he is very, very good. And so that was a very pleasant thing. I already had another artist tell me, like, yes, this is very good stuff, and you know, have Jose keep on drawing. But it was fun confirmation to get another established artist to say, yes, he is very good at this. Keep on encouraging him to draw, and have him keep on growing his skills because he is skilled. So that's cool. Dragolich says, that Raylan is surprisingly good. So many people thought she was like previous Raylans and focused her first. Yeah, you know, there's things you can do with this Raylan. I mean, her vengeful swoop, I think as long as you use it right, I think can be very, very effective. Can't leave her alone either because that vengeful swoop is nasty, and she's good cleanup. Yeah, I think with 6 life, defense 3, yeah, but I mean, she's got flying, so she can get height and easy defense 4. Yeah, and you can't gain control of her mind. Other players cannot gain control of, move, or take turns with Raylan the Kyrie Warrior. That's pretty darn good. Her mind is invincible. So yeah, I think there's going to be good builds with Raylan the Kyrie Warrior. I say Kyrie Warrior in the future for sure. But just want to close by saying that so this artist Yugen was so enthusiastic about my son's drawing that I had a drawing on paper that my son had, and so he signed it because he was inspecting. He was like, oh yes, it's very symmetrical, and so he was giving me comments and pointers for my son in the future, and then he signed the bottom. He also said for Jose here, that's my son's name, and he signed the bottom there. And then just to add icing on the cake, he had on display a couple of sketches that he's done of Heroscape, and he just looked at them and grabbed one, and he's like, here, for your son as well. So he gave me that. That's very special. I think that's one of the best things I got from GenCon was this. Well, actually, I didn't get this. This is my son's, and I mean, I've been keeping it. I'll give it to him to have him display it on his desk after tonight. But I wanted to show it to you all tonight. So that was very special. That was very special. I'm gonna make sure my son like keeps this and frames this well, because this is a special thing. This is to remind my son that he's got some talents and he's got to work on them. So yeah, very, 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 very happy with that. Okay, what else, guys? Well, okay, let's just get through this real quick. The Revenant dice, because you know I had to pick some stuff up at GenCon. So we got the Revenant dice, and I think I'm almost inclined to. I mean, they're red. They look better than what I thought they were going to look. Dan, Yeah, it is cool. It's great to, you know, just talk to an artist, you know, in the industry. I mean, not only did he like, I showed him like the stop motion animation because I'm like, do you know anything about me? Do you know what I did for Renegade like earlier this year with the with the animation I did for Renegade? And he's like, no, I don't know anything about it. And so I showed it to him, and he was very enthused. So he subbed to the YouTube channel. He could be watching right now. I don't know. Hello if he is. And he subscribed to my Instagram too. So that was very nice of him. But yeah, that was just icing on the cake. What do I think that figure is? You mean what? The drawing that he gave me. This yeah, I imagine it's probably some type of Isonek, probably. I think it actually, well, I don't know. Is it supposed to be like the Wraith Rider, like a Wraith Rider sketch? I'm not sure. Another Cyberdog, maybe, possibly. I don't know. It's a good drawing. It's definitely a good drawing. Because you can see this looks like this part of the arm is like mechanical and might be a blade there. So yeah, who knows? But definitely looks cool. Definitely looks cool. I mean, and he just did that on impulse too. So it was incredibly nice of him. Yes, the drawing. Yeah, it was incredibly nice of him. But anyway, yeah, these I might end up painting. Like the shields blue and the skulls red, because I've seen people do that, because I think you can get these more they're less rare than these dice. So yeah, I might paint these because they were kind of confusing trying to use them, and you're trying to figure out, okay, what's the skulls and shields. But the Revenant dice definitely nicer than what they thought they were going to be. So so let's put these here. Oh, and I don't know if you guys saw this, but this is what I used. I got a box for battles in the future to carry, you know, a number of armies that I can carry, and dice and, you know, stuff. So it's just a nice little carrying case. I can put my stickers on too. So, all right, now what's next? Should I do? Okay, I'll save the Renegade stuff. Right now, let's dive into now. Link in the description below for RogueScaper and for Dyspare Prints. I am gonna get this out because there's some VC stuff that I got from Dyspare. So I'm gonna show that. I forgot to take the address stuff off, but okay, Dyspare Prints. I did an unboxing of Dyspare a long time ago. Was able to get some more now, and he always like has this wonderful bit of, let's see, got my name on it. I love this thing. But let's read it for a second. Hello, Game Master. In this package, you will find the adventure you were looking for. All the painted and unpainted units you requested, accompanied by unit cards, unit bases, base stickers, and any specific unit stickers. I didn't order any cards, but it's just a cool thing. Hello there. I'm glad to meet you. It appears that you are in the market for some of our smithed wares. Coming all the way from Blingdenstone, here are your selections. In the clash to come, upon a table near or far, the warriors that you have summoned have arrived. Otar, the huge boar. Pel, the hill giant, lumbers in. Death Commander MK3, as well as Executioner 616. Wow, and 3 squads of Zedian infantry. Formidable indeed. You have the armies, take the field, and a bonus, a Josie Whistletop. And these are all VC units, just so you know. I hope you enjoy my work. I take pride in what I do. If there's any problems, please contact me. And yeah, Dyspare Prints. I can't say enough for them. And I also got, so it says the inventory, Heroscape unpainted. So I got some unpainted and painted stuff. Because some of the stuff I decided just paint myself. Because it would be simple to paint. Unpainted, Death Commander MK3, Executioner 616, Setting Infantry. Painted are Otar, Pel the Hill Giant, and 1 stranded Brute Grut. I was missing 1 Brute Grut that I couldn't find online. I got 3 of the of the standard molds, but I couldn't find that one, so I got it 3D printed and painted via Dyspare. So stranded brute plus the Josie whistle top. So let's open them and take a look at these guys. And so with some of these, he actually sent me as well some 3D printed bases with stickers. It's very nice for some of these guys. So first one is, and I have some cards for these guys. So Pell the Hill Giant, I got its card a long time ago. It's just hard to find the original mold of this VC unit. And see, Dragula says the Wolf Skull Cyborg guy looks like Vidar Isonek that were on display. Possibly, quite possibly. So there's Pell, and I got its card. So anytime I have like a tournament where I can use VC, it's cool because I believe this one can match with another VC common squad, and I can't wait to try this dude out. Kind of wanted to use him, so got that. And like I said, it's very nice paint job from Dyspare. Another very good painter. Dyspare is. Yeah, I'll just put him here, and then what's next? Okay, and then we have an Otar, which I do not have a card of, but I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna get it. Yes, I don't. Oh, I think I have a card. I'll double check. But this is Otar. This is another like beast familiar. So if you're using like, I believe this is a beast. So you could use this VC miniature with your wizards, your Dryon wizards, if you wanted to. I believe that's how it went. That goes. So we got Otar there, and then let's see what else here we got. And some of this, I actually got Dyspare stuff like a month or two ago. I didn't want to open these until I had a bunch of stuff to do. So it's just included. So this one I did get in the mail from GenCon. So first thing first is, oh wait a second, where's my Brute Grut card? Hold on a second. Okay, so here are the rest of the Brute Gruts that I had, and I needed this cleric that's really hard to find. So I got it 3D printed, and I had Dyspare 3D printer and paint it. There we are. So I have my complete Brute Grut army. I just got to rebase these other ones, and then they'll be good to go with that. So very happy with that. Put them over here. But that's funny. Oh, one second. I'm gonna take a second because I thought I brought a card. Pretty sure I have Brute Guts cards, unless it's just hidden somewhere else. Let's see here. I'm not gonna take all my time looking for it if I can't find it. That's okay. It's probably hiding in another batch of cards, but I know I have it. I have it somewhere. Anywho, happy I got that, and then the Josie whistle top, which is kind of cool, because when I wanted a Josie whistle top, it was when Joe Crazy in one of his videos of people like skirmishing with Heroscape armies, Josie whistle top was in one of them. I'm just like, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, I gotta get that, you know. So my outlaw lawmen builds are starting to get a little bit more of that inventory. And then look at these. Some of these I didn't even really open too much. And Dyspare does a good job packing his units. Okay, now these are definitely unpainted, but and these I don't have a card for yet. But these are 3D prints of Zedian infantry which I'll paint over time, so I can keep on doing painting streams. As when I'm done with my Isonex, I can start doing these Zedian guards. And just have good painted proxy examples of Zedian guards. So the painting will continue, guys. I'll continue doing as much painting as I possibly can. But for being for these skinny prints, it's good to have the 3D printing with well, not what I have back there. There, okay. And then, not over yet. Almost. But so for Executioner 616, which like two VC soul boards, that I gotta get them, but I didn't want them to paint them. I figured, you know, I can paint them myself. I just need, and the minis are hard to find, and it was a lot cheaper just to get the 3D printed molds. So there is a Death Commander Mark III that I'll end up painting. Like I said, the painting is pretty simple. It's just basically black and gray. It's not going to be that difficult. So we can spend some painting streams painting those. And then the other one is a Executioner, and again it's just dark and white for Executioner 616, and they don't have to be perfect paint jobs, you know, just do your basic paints and then just get them out on the battlefield when you want to do any type of tournament play game with that. So that's something that I can work on after I finish my other paints. So really appreciate Dyspare, appreciate Jesse for doing these VC prints for me again. Link in the description below if you're watching this on YouTube. If you want to check out, I think he's got an Etsy as well as a way to, and a website as well. If you want to get a hold of him and see what he can do for you. But really good painter, really good 3D printer. Major Midnight simple paint jobs are the best. Yeah, oh yes, especially for these. If it's just like 2 or 3 colors, especially for these machines, that's simple enough. All right, guys, what should I do next? Okay, so this is the Raylan that I got, and even says 2025 World Championship Raylan, the Valkyrie Warrior miniature. So actually, wait a second. This might be the gold. Hold on, let's see. All right. Oh yeah, it is. Oh, that's so cool. Well, that's nice. Well, I'll have to get a regular Raylan sometime because this one says, if you can see it, let's see here, 2025 World Championship on that Raylan. That's really cool. So you get it like an embossed, or not embossed, but like a really dense card, as well as a regular game card of Raylan, and then also this Raylan mini that says 2025 World Championship on the thing. That is cool. I know it's hard to focus on that, sorry, but it does say that. There, I was like, no, can't focus. But that's really cool. That's really cool. I don't even want to take it out of the thing. Just put that thing on display and get myself another Raylan that doesn't have that on it. That is really cool. Matter of fact, here, I'm going to put this card signed by Yugen and just have it in there with the Raylan in the box. Major Minute says the only thing bad about getting exclusives like that is you'll never use them. Exactly. See, the card, it's all like the box is just going to stay like that. So, and It's funny. This championship thing here, it is a sticker. I can feel it. It is just stuck on there, but that's fine. Really cool. I mean, I can get myself another railing sometime down the road for sure. But that's nice, guys. That's a lot, and we're not done quite yet. So hold on to your hats, because now I didn't get all the wave stuffs, the common squads, the acolytes, grave grims, your Tanuki tricksters. I didn't get because I'm just not able to at this time. That's probably the reason why my championship build was all uniques, because I didn't want to borrow anybody else's. I wanted to play under my own buying power, if you know what I had. I didn't really like borrowing from anybody else, even though I did practice. So yeah, I just used what I had, but them Revenant Acolytes, didn't realize how even one common squad can come back to life anytime. And what you do is you kill them before you even meet your enemy. It's one of the first turns you do. You just take one out, and then the next round it'll be right beside your mini when you're fighting, and you get that extra, die roll adjustment every time you roll. It's just insane. So I definitely need to get me some of those common squads in the future, but I wasn't able to do it now. Anyway, but I did get the unique, so I got Boiling Tension, Imperator Kane. And the cool thing is that now it doesn't show painted here, premium painted, but I got RogueScaper painted. That's what I got from this. So when it comes, for Imperator Kane and the Air Marshal Zed Nesbitt, what I did, RogueScaper was generous enough to give me the stuff that he painted, and then I gave him my unpainted stuff for him to paint later, because he wasn't able to stream painting those things. So it was kind of like an exchange, more in my favor than his, but I'm very thankful for him. I just wanted to shout out RogueScaper for that. He's a very generous guy. But, so, this is, here, hold a second. Okay, Imperator Kane, here we are. There he is. And, I'll say this when it comes to talking about Imperator Kane. And here, let me read the lore for the back of this box. The Vords are people small of stature but enormous of imagination. Their capacity for invention nearly outstrips their ability to control the machines they devise. But as the Imperator always says, what's the harm of raising a little Kane? Oh my goodness. Now, it's funny how that kind of lore mentions that type of thing, because when I pulled this out of the box initially, this feels like this is supposed to be a huge 10. This feels really small to me. It really does. I know the camera probably doesn't show it, but this just feels really small to me. And here, hold on a second. Sanlen is a large 7. Sanlen is a large 7. This is supposed to be a huge 10. Do you see the issue here? I expected this thing probably to be a lot bigger. And now, again, RogueScaper did an amazing paint job on this. Just look how good that is. That it looks great. And animation-wise, I'll be able to make some use out of this for animating for certain. Just very good. But as far as the size, I think this is the unit from Renegade that I'm most disappointed in. And I say that in love, but I am kind of disappointed in the size as kind of well as the stats. For 130 points, yeah, I don't know. I'm just slightly disappointed in it. Move 5, range 5, attack 3, defense 4, and the funny thing is, the attack stays the same on the basic side as it does on the advanced side. Justin says Heroscape said the same thing. Yeah, I mean, it's the miniature itself I mean, I'm not talking about the size. The sculpt is very, very good, and the paint job that RogueScaper did is also very, very good. But everything else is just, for one box. This is just one box, one mini in one box. Too small, and that just makes the stats feel that much more disappointing. Hopefully it can become more relevant in the future, but I'm just not. That's why I went with it first, because I'm just not too happy with it. But again, when animating with it, it'll be fun. I'll make it look good in an animation. That would be an easy animation to do as well. But yeah, I'm just a tad bit disappointed in it, unfortunately. Now, hold on a second, guys. I do have a spammer on my Twitch end, so I'm going to report this. Just give me a moment. Just give me a moment. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Okay, just gonna submit that report. Block it. I usually get it every stream where I'm like Twitch is just Twitch is killing me. It's killing me. And see, Dan says we literally got Iron Lich and Wraith Riders for about the same price. The Lich looks twice the size. Yeah, like I said, it's just overall it just feels disappointing to me. It's rumored that Volorak Orcs will bond with Forward Champions, which will make Kane a lot better. Well, I hope so. I hope so. Because I mean, even despite the size, it's a cool mini. It's a cool looking mini, even if it's not huge. It is huge, but it's not huge, if you get my drift. So I hope there's some redemption for that. Now, this next one, okay, like this one, Scavareth really rocked the house in the championship rounds. Like Scavareth, Iron Lich, Wraith Riders. I faced a few of those armies. I won a few though, but Scavareth, Iron Lich, and Revenant Acolytes were a pretty. I mean, you had to make sure that your boosted attacks went through and decimated your opponent, because if they didn't go through and you whiffed, then I mean there was that chance. Let's see here. Dan saying, "Oh, really, Justin? That would be great." Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. And I think Renegade. I trust Renegade. I think enough to know that, like, whatever they bring out, they're gonna have plans to synergize things to make things as, you know, competitive and fun as possible. But okay, Scavareth, Lord of Ruin. Like, I really like this one. Now this one I got unpainted, and I will paint because I'm painting all my Isonex. That's decision I made. But there's the box, and it says, let's see here. To call Scavareth a killing machine would be a disservice to the passion with which he wages war. Finding himself in Valhalla with so many new targets, the Isonex Lord surges across the battlefield, reveling in ruination. And this is a really good one to go with Iron Lich. They go really, really well together. Yeah, I can't speak enough for this miniature, and just the fact that it was like a special preview for the Avalon Hill campaign, you know. Really nice mold. Now, this one is another one I expected to be a little bit bigger, because at a huge 9, it does seem a little. This is another one that seems kind of small to me, but at the same time, not as disappointing, because it's got good stats. It's a very nice card. Like I said, it played really well during the championship, so I'm happy with it. So this will be another one that we'll have for painting streams in the future, so I can paint it in like the red and silver configuration that I'm doing with my other Isonex. So that's good. That's good. All right. I'll put that there. And then, guys, we got one more. Ladies and gents, we have ourselves one more box again. This is now this one definitely is big. And Dan says, yeah, I was a little underwhelmed too. Yeah. Dan says, Ryan, what army did I run for Gen Con? I ran Hal and Mal. So Maladrix with Festering Honor Guard, and Halucia, Kita, and Onshu. And that was because I didn't have any commons, any of the new commons, because I wasn't able to get any. So I used what I got. Yeah, I could have borrowed some, but I just wanted to play under my own power, under my own steam. So still a really good army, and it got me well, like kind of sort of halfway there. And like I said, see it. This is the Halucia that RogueScaper painted for me. That came from this box that I used for the tournament. So it was very nice looking, mini to use. So I mean, it got me far, and could have been a closer, but you know, them's the breaks sometimes. You live and you learn. But I definitely want to play the army again, because Maladrix, you just send her in and you just have her stomp and destroy everybody, and then have Halucia's cleanup. It's not a terrible army. Probably not. It's not the best, but it's not terrible either. But definitely the common squads won it out. And I figured the Tanuki Tricksters, which ended up, I mean, it was Tricksters v Acolytes, and Tricksters ended up winning it out. But either one could have. But I figured those Tricksters were gonna be the squad of the championship, and they ended up being. So there you are. I'll say, okay, battle of all time. Valkyrie General Valoric understands better most that land control by Wing Kiri air power is crucial. Led by Air Marshal Zed Nesbitt, her mechanized air force engages the enemy from above, rapidly deploying strike teams to the front lines. So I guess Zed Nesbitt is a girl, which is fine. No problems with that. But yeah, so again, this is a painted Zed Nesbitt. Now, this one definitely is a huge 15, for sure, and well worth the box for it. But again, this is a RogueScaper paint. Switched with him, and this is a similar paint job to the NGC Zed Nesbitt that RogueScaper painted for me a few years ago. Now, if I can just get this out without breaking it, because I know I nudged it in there a little bit. Okay, good, came out pretty easy. So there is the Zed Nesbitt. Now I love basing because RogueScaper's just like, Ryan, just take it, and I can paint yours for me. So really nice. I like actually the clouds there for this build. So again, RogueScaper, master painter, very good. And yeah, hard to see. Can't even see. Yeah, and there's little dots for the eyes for this one too. Very nice. And not all eyes need to be dotted either, but so very good job by RogueScaper. Very good job. All right, guys. Well, that almost felt like Christmas morning there for a second. That was a ton of stuff, and just a lot more responsibility for, you know, how I do competitions in the future. But that is, shall we say, it for tonight, y'all. Now, and I think I said all about Gen Con I want to say currently. Like I said, this Sunday we will have a ToV podcast. primarily, we will be talking about GenCon. Hopefully we'll have a few people who are at GenCon on the show as well, and just to talk about it, as well as probably go through some squads and heroes that are next on the list if we got some runtime. So yeah, that is what we're going to do for Sunday. But yeah, that, like I said, a lot of stuff. Like I said, looking forward to painting some VC stuff here. I really like just looking like these VC molds done by Dyspare. Very, very nice. Very, very, very nice stuff. And I'm glad I got like the completion of my Brute Grut unique squad, so I can start using them in the future as well for Orc Army. Really, really cool. So it's expanding my horizons on what I can do and build and eventually play test. And really, guys, if you think about it, a lot of this stuff with my son, I mean, my son right now is 7, but I mean, none of us live forever, and more than likely, I hope my son is engaged with the game as much as I am when he's older, because more than likely all this stuff will be passed to him, and I hope he cares for it and honors it as much as I do. And even if he doesn't, hopefully it passes on to someone who will. So we'll see. But that's just me acting all blubbery now. But yeah, so overall, really, really good things. Enjoyed my time with RogueScaper, with Exala there. We were kind of like a group. I think some of the best meets were like meeting Nobleman Nick for the first time, meeting Will, who is Doggin Days, for the first time. We actually had a little skirmish match because he was in the championship too, but we never got like matched to face each other. So we had our own little private skirmish match when he was done in the finals. I think he got out in like a first or second wave in the finals, and he had all score dire, and I used some VCBs, and I won't say what the outcome is because he's planned to use it for a video on his channel, TBD. But yeah, it was grand meeting him. I'm glad I did now. So community is strong, guys, and it doesn't look like Renegade is going to let up for the release of these minis anytime soon. They're going ground running, and I saw like Scott Gata was saying something about that, like the G.I. Joe stuff that's coming out next year or being announced next year. It's not taking any away from like the real Valhalla Heroscape stuff. That's going to be a separate thing, but it doesn't mean like the amount of Heroscape stuff is going to be any less, which at the same time is like, well, you think that's a good thing? How are we going to afford it? I think it's like we're already broke a million times over, Renegade, but I guess that's a pain that we'll have to endure. Anyway, so that's it for tonight, guys. That is the stream. That is taking a look at the mailbag. Hopefully in like a few months to the end of the year, we'll have other mailbag stuff to give out. We'll see, or to open. But yeah, this was collected up, so I definitely wanted to get it open tonight. Justin saying Heroscape is back. Apparently so. When you have like what 100+ people trying to get into the championship, I'd say it's a pretty darn good start from where we were like just a few years back to where there ain't nothing. So really cool. So thank you everybody for commenting tonight. Thank you everybody for all of you all dropping in. Major Midnight, Dragon Lich, who else was here? Make a Bloodfish for a second. Of course, Justin, Dan, Melman Studios. Who else? If I missed anybody, I apologize. But yes, we do definitely appreciate you guys, and we'll see you all this Sunday for a podcast. if you all are able to attend. And yeah, good haul. Good haul. Lots more work to do. Lots more work to do. So with that, oh, and I know actually there might be a sudden mailbag unboxing because I'm still waiting for the source, some of the source stuff that I ordered like a year and a half, 2 years ago, how long ago it was. And it's not that much. It's not Time Strike, but it is Source Golf, and I really want to play Source Golf. Like, so here's hoping that it's probably going to still take a few more months, but as soon as I get that, I'm going to be busting that open and having some fun with that. So lots to look forward to. So yeah, see you Sunday, Dragon Lich. So with that, I'll say what I always say: you have a purpose in your life. Find it, pursue it, live it, and we'll see all of you next time. Later now. Bye bye.